Hello everyone, in this video we're looking at combining the chord progression function with the session players, so something of a composing tool slash tip in this video. Okay, so now in a previous video I've gone over how you can add in a chord progression at the top, but just really quickly, press G for global tracks and then you can add in your chords here using the plus button. So I've already got a progression here. It's just a 4-bar loop and it kind of goes up to, comes through twice as it were. Now what I want to do is combine, this chord progression with the session players function available to us in Logic. Now in Logic Pro 10, this was the drummer function, and then Logic has gradually added in bass and keyboard. So let's have a look at that. To get to this, to the session players sort of tool as it were, you need to click the little plus here, or when you start a new track you can select just session player straight out of the box as it were. Okay, so we've got drummer, we've got bass player, and we've got keyboard player. I'm going to go for keyboard player first because we've already got a chord progression set up. Now you can click details here, so if you don't see that, make sure you click that details arrow, and then you can select different styles. I'm going to go for broken chords, but it is worth sort of messing around with these different kinds, different styles if you like. Once you're happy, click create. This can take a couple of seconds for your computer to load this, so don't worry if it takes a couple of minutes to get going. And then you get the editor window down here, very similar to the drummer, where you can change the complexity and intensity, and you can see it change in real time there. Press E to get rid of that box. Now this session keyboard will copy the chords that we have up here, so it uses these chords to basically create a part that is really a bit more realistic. I think that's the idea really. So it's really quick. It means you're not spending ages trying to tune in various different dials. The idea really, I think, is to just if you've got like a tune in your head or some lyrics, it's just allow you to kind of get going really quickly, and then maybe come back to editing different things and mixing things afterwards. Okay, so let's have a quick listen to that. So here's my chord progression there, and this is what it sounds like with the session keys player. So I think that sounds pretty cool. We can then take this a little bit further. We can add in bass. So let's do that now. Again, I'm just going to leave this as R&B, but you can check out these different styles. Click create. And again, don't worry if it takes a couple of seconds. Same sort of thing here. You can come to the editor up on the top here if it doesn't already appear. And then you can change the complexity and the intensity as well. So let's just do that and see what that sounds like. Cool, and you can mess around with that. Sometimes it sounds a little bit jumbled. I think that would be possibly a little quick for this kind of style. And then let's add in some drums just to kind of round it off. Once again, you can change the style here, but just bear in mind if you're downloading lots of these different styles, the gigabytes can kind of stack up quite quickly. So just be aware that the more of these you download, the more space Logic is taking up, which could slow down your computer a little bit. So just be aware of that. Let's click create, and same sort of thing as before. It will create a part for us, and you can change the complexity and the intensity down the bottom here. You can see the pizza there spinning around. Drums do tend to take a little bit longer, just as a heads up, but altogether it sounds like this. So I think that sounds quite cool. Now, if you're kind of thinking, well, maybe we've got some lyrics, the chords are a little too high or too low, you could transpose. If you come up to the top here, let's go to E flat major, and then Logic will give you a little prompt. Do you want to transpose the chords, the chord progression here in the background? You click transpose, and then the chords change and then quite cool, all of the parts also change, so you don't have to go through and change anything. So quite cool. Whether that's entirely playable is a whole different matter, but it does sound kind of cool. Now, once you're happy with this, if you want to kind of tweak these a little bit more, if you right click on the regions, you can convert this to a MIDI region. Once you do that, if you click transpose, it won't change the chords anymore. You'd have to kind of redo it, as it were. But if you're happy with it and you're kind of like done with it, it means you can then change, the velocities as you want. So something to kind of to bear in mind and useful to know. Okay, to me, the idea with this is that it gets you going really quickly. It kind of is a little bit reminiscent of GarageBand. So anybody who uses GarageBand to kind of get ideas down really quickly. It feels a little bit more, a bit closer to that, really. Great, yeah, and I think combining the chords and then getting the session player to play it off, really, to play it really quickly, is a really useful way to kind of get some ideas in. Particularly if you had like a tune, for example, that you wanted to write in, that would kind of work. I think that's a useful thing. So cool. Yeah. Any questions? Any comments? Drop us a message or a comment on the video. And I'll try and get back to you sort of fairly quickly. And other than that, thanks for watching.